Yo, friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Nicetoreevu, and thank you so much for tuning in. We have Shang-Chi from the Mr. Hyde Build-A-Figure wave. That's right, you guys. I wasn't able to order these guys online, but I did manage to find the whole wave at Walmart. And I'm not going to tune out like I did the Tri-Sentinel wave. I'm going to get this whole wave complete. So, with that being said, let's review. Okay, first things first, we're going to take a look at that beautiful packaging. Same thing that we always do, we have that box window giving us a preview of Shang-Chi and all of his accessories inside, including that Build-A-Figure piece. We do have the Legend Series logo on the top, as well as the Shang-Chi Legend of the Ten Rings logo, and that little Marvel logo on top of that. Shang-Chi's name and that little golden band, and here's that Hasbro logo on the bottom right. As you can see, he's a part of the Mr. Hyde Build-A-Figure wave, and here's the warning for the kids. On the back of the packaging, just flipping this bad boy around, as you can see, we have that artwork that we've seen on the side of the packaging. The Build-A-Figure in this wave and every other figure in this wave as well. We're going to start off with Shang-Chi in this video, and here is that read-up. Here's the read-up, pause it now. Alright you guys, with all of that out of the way, let's bust this bad boy open and review this piece. Boom! Here is Shang-Chi out of the packaging. What an excellent piece this is. I am actually pretty glad I found him at Walmart. I wasn't able to order these guys online, but like I said, I lucked out and found the wave at Walmart. Now, the articulation is a little underwhelming. That's the only complaint I will have in this video, but other than that, it's an excellent figure. We're going to start off with paint apps and sculpting and then move to articulation. First off, I want to take a look at his face. They did a really good job doing the likeness to Simu Liu, with a few notable changes such as the stubble and just the blemishes being in the right spots. Other than that, this is an excellent piece and they did a very good job doing the head sculpting. He does have a little bit blemishes on the right side though. Yeah. When we're looking at the sculpting here, the sculpting is fine itself. I have no problems here. Like I said, a few blemishes on the right side of his face. Nothing too major though. He has that little Monroe going on the top lip, which I think is kind of funny. But they did very good on the sculpting on his upper torso. Now this looks like it comes something from China or something. I was a little underwhelmed when I first seen pictures of his suit. I was kind of hoping they'd go the shirtless Liu Kang route with the headband and everything, like the Shang-Chi we got in the Demo Goblin. But yeah, this slit in the waist is a little deceiving. There is no articulation point here. It's just, I guess it's just for show. The sculpting in his legs, on the other hand, are quite basic. The knees are a little hard to bend at times, and I really like his shoes. But that's basically it in terms of sculpting and paint apps. Let's take a closer look at articulation. Alright, when we're taking a look at the articulation parts on him, like I said, I got this at Walmart, wasn't able to get him online, but he's a fantastic piece. From head to toe, he's rocking 22 points of articulation. Very good stuff. Now, I'm going to go on with the complaint already. I wish he did have some butterfly joints. He has no butterfly joints here. I mean, what's a Kung Fu master without his butterfly joints, right? I think it really limits his articulation. He could have been a total Kung Fu master with those butterfly joints. And like I mentioned before, that slit in the waist, there's no articulation here, which is a bit of a bummer itself, but I can get over that. That's not too big of a deal. But his head is resting on that ball joint, no hinge this time around. We have the hinge joints in the shoulder as well as the slits in the biceps. We do have the double jointed elbows as usual and those hinge joints in the wrist. Looking at the body, we do have that A slit on the upper diaphragm. And the pelvic area has those ball joints, so that's not too bad. We do have those slits in the thighs and the double jointed knees, as well as the hinge joints in the ankles, so we'll take a closer look at those. I'm not too big of a fan of those ball joints when it comes to the articulation in the head, but he's got very good movement here despite that. He looks down about that much, looks up about this high. He does the 360 spin with ease, but I myself prefer the ball joints with the hinge. Alright, taking a closer look at the articulation in the arms. As you can see, Shang-Chi can raise his arms about this high. Pretty clean articulation. We have that slit in the bicep, giving us that bicep swivel. And the 360 spin in the shoulder area. The double jointed elbows to be expected. A bit crispy movement, but that's to be expected, him being new. And the wrist joints are a little loose this time around, but that doesn't bother me too much. It's not really loose, but it's just loose enough to just push it really cheap with your fingers. It goes with both arms. Pretty good articulation here. I like it. Arms up, Shang-Chi, as we take a closer look at the articulation point in your body. Nothing in the waist. We do have that A slit in the upper diaphragm, and it's very solid, very good movement here. As you can see, he can crunch forward about this much, and he can even bend back just as much, which is quite fantastic. Very good movement in his upper diaphragm, but that's the only movement we get here, as there is no articulation point in the waist whatsoever. How unfortunate. And finally, taking a look below the belt, as you can see, Shang-Chi can kick forward about this high, but that's about it. He can't really kick back. Shang-Chi can do the splits about this far, which is pretty nice. We do have those slits in the thighs, like I mentioned before, giving us some pretty easy swivel movement. Very easy, smooth. We have those double jointed knees. Now this is where it gets a little tough. These things are really hard to bend at times. I feel it's the sculpting though, not really the articulation point. Sculpting kind of makes it a little difficult to bend his knees all the way, but it's pretty good. Finally, taking a look at his ankles and those pretty good shoes he's got. Just pointing these down as much as I can. As you can see, you get a closer look at those hinge joints. They hinge down about that much, hinge up about this high. And let's not forget about that ankle pivot action. Pretty loose pivot, but it's pretty good. I'm not going to complain anymore. And that's the articulation for Shang-Chi. Pretty good figure. Last but not least, when it comes to the accessories for Shang-Chi, he comes with 2 hands, the Kung Fu grip, the Rocho holding fingers, and his bow staff. I like this bow staff. It's something new in my collection. I've never seen this before. The detailing in the handle is nice. We got that hexagonal handling with the rope wrapped around. Really nice, and that solid gold paint app right across the bow staff. This would really hurt to get whacked by, and I wonder when he uses this in a film. I don't recall seeing this in the trailer. Okay, you guys, that about does it for this review. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you guys are excited for the rest of the wave. I am not gonna tune out like I did the Tri-Sentinel wave, believe me. I learned my lesson not to do that. But if you guys like this one, hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you will. You guys know the drill. I am out of here. Peace out.